we're back. Steph's back.
Finally.
Guess who's back? Back again.
And we have a beautiful guest, Jalea, with us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
We're going to call her JJ to make it easier.
Yeah.
But first, we changed up coffee today. I was over the Starbucks after I went to Oja's, but Oja's is closed on Sundays. So Tony recommended. Where did we go?
Tierra Mia.
There you go. We went there. And I'm actually,
It says it right there.
Oh, it does. I don't have my glasses.
She doesn't
on.
have her glasses on.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a coffee place that's closed on a Sunday?
It's not a coffee place. It's a tea house.
Okay, first of all, homie, if it has coffee, it's a coffee house.
They have
No.
like 3.
No,
Or
it has
two?
coffee. How much more coffee do you need? Your
I'm
bougie
not
ass
talking about
over
this
there.
place. I'm talking about Oja's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oja's is bomb.
But it's a tea place.
Exactly.
I got a
That's food.
coffee. And I got food. I did get food. I
The
said,
food is good.
you know why I really liked it? I went in because I had a million things to do and I had like a half hour, 45-minute break and I didn't want to run home because the caregiver was with grandma and blah, blah, blah. So I went in, I sat down and I just started writing a bunch of stuff for the podcast. And it was just like, so I had a sandwich with coffee and it was just bomb. It was great. I loved it. So
It's all right.
since Oja's was closed today because they're closed on Sundays, we went here and it's yummy.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Have you guys had it before?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was our first time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was
First
our first
timers.
time.
Yeah.
But
Mine
I
too.
love it.
But he had a question. What was your question?
What was it? What are you talking about? On
A
how
Rosie frijoles?
So I was like, kind of worried because I saw the menu that it said like a rice and bean frap. I'm like,
We put a little bit of rice in there.
yeah. I was like, okay, rice, the whole horchata thing, whatever. And then I'm like, beans. I'm like, I'm thinking pinto beans. And like,
We're totally busting up.
yeah.
Like,
We
what
were
the
laughing
hell?
this morning. And it was really funny.
But then somebody enlightened us.
Yes,
So
it
it's
schooled me.
it's just like a play on words. It's literally the rice comes from the horchata, and then the beans is for literally coffee beans.
Yeah,
so
I didn't
Yeah,
even think
that's what I
of
was
that.
it's just a
We,
play
well, how
on
did we not
words.
get that? We were literally
It was-
like,
it was 7:30 in the
It's not
morning.
like the
okay?
savory
Yeah.
round. That would be gross.
Thinking my tia in the kitchen,
yeah.
stirring the pinto beans, boiling them. Like,
But I will say this line was longer than Starbucks.
It
really?
always is.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like wrapped around, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
thank God I got here early. Yes,
Yeah,
that's why
it's
I got
always
here
like that.
right on time today, and I'm always early. I didn't have help carrying up 5 coffees or anything,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah, you were the last one here today.
And I'm never the last
No.
one, but I got us all coffees. Okay, so before we start, again, this is October. October is breast cancer month. But it's all. I also heard it's domestic violence awareness month. We might have to do something about that. But breast cancer, not that domestic violence isn't, but breast cancer is very serious. Women, get your tatas checked. We talked about that. Get them examined, felt time,
whoa,
touched,
easy.
everything. I'm just saying. They're
Yeah,
like,
first of all, there is nothing lighthearted about getting them checked. They smash your boob between two metal.
And mine are tiny, and I was like, okay, you're just gonna flatten them out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm leaving here with nothing now.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Yeah, that exam
So,
sucks.
I wanted to, last week we did my aunt, and then today I just wanted to, show my daughter's aunt, which I guess would be, well, we know we were never married, but she is like a sister to me.
Mhm.
She got diagnosed, and she's in remission now, and she got diagnosed in October 2020, and it's Callie Burns. She's awesome. That's my daughter's aunt. She's in remission, and she's doing good. The kind of tearjerker is, we call her Gummy, which is Grandma Kay, which is my daughter's grandma, just got diagnosed this month. Okay, again, I'm going to try not to cry right now.
Yeah.
She got diagnosed with breast cancer. So October 2023.
Aw.
Yeah. So, and those are 2 very important women in our lives. Like my
Yeah.
kids would just not. So it's a very, with my aunt having it and them, it's a very serious subject.
Right.
Of course.
So women, please take it seriously.
Yes.
Okay. With that being said,
On a lighter note,
we're here to talk some shit about some millennials and some Gen Zs, right?
Yes.
And I'm the only Gen
not
X here.
you.
I'm a Gen X. We're badass. We rode in the
Of
back of a
course you
pickup
are.
truck on the freeway. We were in cars with no seatbelts. We drank water from a water hose.
I drink water from the water hose.
Did you?
You
That's
should
just
not
ghetto
be
by the
happy
time you
about
did
getting
it.
We had to
cancer.
pinch it.
Because
pinch
that
it so it
literally will give
Yeah.
you cancer.
now it's all hot.
You don't want to drink out of
we
a hose
survived.
ever.
Okay, hold on. Have you ever had COVID?
I don't know because I
you
I
ever
don't
had
know.
I had it.
Have you had COVID?
Twice.
Ask this person how many times she's had COVID.
You don't know that.
I haven't been sick.
But
No,
there's people
no,
that are
no.
asymptomatic.
No, you know why? Because
You
I
can say
drink water from the water hose,
all you want.
and my skin is thick, and my stomach is rock hard. So, so we brought JJ on today because look at you.
I have no idea if I had COVID, just like you don't know. You don't know. You could say now all you want
No, I'm good.
because I just don't know because I never got sick.
So then you didn't get it. So
It's not the way that works. Sorry.
God.
18 years old
Yes.
and high school. Pedro High School.
Yes. I went
You-
to San Pedro.
And you graduated on time with your class or?
No. So I was supposed to graduate with class of 2023, but my junior year I went to online school, and I did my junior and my senior year together, so I was able to graduate with class of 2022.
Did they offer that to you?
They didn't offer. Okay, so they offered it to us when we went back from COVID, whether
Uh-huh.
we wanted to go back to school or stay online. And I originally was like, no, like I want to go back to school. I want to see my friends. I want to live my high school experience
Yeah.
again. But when I went back to Pedro, it just wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the same vibe. It seemed like nobody wanted to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started. Well, my business was becoming more successful. So I was
Wait, you said business?
Business?
business.
Well, finish
What-
what you were saying
Yes.
though, about what?
So I convinced my mom to let me go to online school, and my counselor over at City of Angels
Mhm.
was like, you have this amount of credits left, just take 3 extra classes and you can graduate early.
Wow.
So I was like, who wouldn't want to do that?
Exactly.
Who wouldn't want to get a head start on their
Yeah.
career? So
But you
Big
didn't
time.
think you'd miss anything with your final year with your friends or anything like that, or prom or anything?
So that was the thing too. Pedro and City of Angels were sort of intertwined. So City of Angels promised me, and Pedro promised me that I would still be able to do all the senior activities. And at the last minute, they told me I couldn't go to prom
Why?
Oh, that's horrible.
because they said you're not
What is
from
City
Pedro.
of Angels? I'm so sorry.
Angels.
Angels
So
Gate.
it's
Like-
Angels Gate is a continuation school,
Uh-huh.
but City of Angels is the independent study school.
okay.
Oh.
They're
Okay.
I
right
didn't
next
know
door to
that.
each other, I think,
Oh, okay.
right?
Are
Or
they?
they-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the independent studies, there's different like sites, but the continuation school is right next door to Pedro.
Yeah. So I went to continuation school too
Okay.
because I was pregnant,
Mhm.
and that's I was able to graduate early too, but
Yeah.
only 6 months early.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't want to graduate with your class?
I was pregnant.
I was pregnant.
You want to see me walking down the no?
Oh,
I
I
was
had
fucking
Lorraine.
waddling down the aisle.
Oh, so you were pregnant in your senior year?
In my senior year, I was pregnant,
okay,
so
okay,
I was
okay,
not
okay.
well pregnant into my senior year. So
I
I
was
started in
pregnant-
my junior.
I see.
Oh, okay. I was
Went into my
pregnant
senior.
into my sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So were you upset and obviously that you couldn't go to prom?
Of course, because
I
those
wasn't.
school dances were super important to me because I
Really?
loved getting ready and
Oh.
getting my dress. So unfortunately, I mean, that made me really sad. But then I kind of realized like that's not the most important thing in the world, you know.
No.
Yeah, but it is a big part of
Oh, it is.
of-
No,
Oh
absolutely. I mean,
yeah, it was
everybody
what I
wants to
looked forward
experience
to
that.
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
my
I
freshman
didn't.
year.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
So I mean, that's okay.
And then you brought up your business.
Yes. So when COVID started, a lot of like girls my age I saw started doing, their nails at home, their lashes at home, eyebrows, all sorts of beauty services. So at first, it was just supposed to be like me doing my own nails at home. And I was 15, and I was working at a pizza shop at the time. It's called Bertino's in San Pedro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so I was working there. I was front cashier. And I was doing good there. That was my first job. So I started saving up some money, and I started buying my own nail supplies. So I would do them literally on my front porch at home because my mom hated the smell of everything, which I didn't blame her. But then I was like, wait, I'm actually, not horrible yet at it, and I'm sure with practice, I'll get a little bit better. So then I started actually practicing on my grandma. And she was my first client. She was
Aw.
my little test bunny. And
That's
I
cool.
didn't do
That is
bad.
really
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't do bad. So I started gathering more supplies, and a couple of my friends were coming to me. And it just took off. And I started in my dad's garage, and now I'm renting my own studio.
So is that what you plan on doing, or do you have anything else going on in your life?
No. So I've always wanted to work in healthcare. I think my biggest inspiration for that was my mom
Your mom.
because she works in the plastic surgery field, and she would bring me into the OR with her at like age 8, and I would watch
What
all
the-
these crazy
I
surgeries.
can't do that now.
Yeah, I would watch these surgeries and just be totally fascinated.
Mhm.
And so I actually wanted to be like a plastic surgeon. I wanted to be a pediatrician. I wanted to do all these things, but now I'm in nursing school. I go to West Coast University. So I'll be graduating March of 2026 with my BSN. And after that, I want to become a nurse practitioner. So nails, I love doing it. I love the connections I've made from it, but it's not my end career goal. But it's definitely what is getting me through college.
You're definitely driven, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
see that a lot in today's.
No.
Like you graduated early, you're working your little tail off, going to nursing school. That's not really. I'm trying to contain myself before you two snap on me.
We're waiting.
I know.
We're waiting. No kidding.
Because I look at like, okay, for her at 18, like that's awesome, right? I'm sure
Yeah.
your mom's proud.
Mhm.
I think about where I was at 18. Like, where were you? Where were you?
I was playing video games.
Were you working?
No, I was
Oh my
just I
God.
was just getting ready to like what do you want to say?
Is that your alarm?
Yep.
Yeah, it
Once
is.
again, who has your keys?
Nobody does. I have them. But like I was saying,
Give them
lost my
to
train of
Psalm.
thought. Yeah.
Will
And
it go off by itself?
Give it to Psalm.
I'm going to walk on camera and get your keys from you.
my God.
He's
Okay,
not
so
allowed to
at
park.
18, I was playing video games, but I was being also pushed by my older sister to
Reg?
work. Yeah, my older sister Regina. Reg. I appreciate you for everything you've done to get me where I'm at. But yeah, she pushed me to get a job. She was the one that helped me get my first car. She was
Mhm.
like, "Give me this amount from your check every week."
Really?
Got it, and she helped me get my
Your
first car.
parents
you
didn't do
were-
that?
No, my mom, she was too busy working and like trying
Yeah.
to juggle everything. So my sister was that
Role model.
role model. I guess that pushed me. So got my first car, got my first job, like my first real job. That was working for Albertsons, and
Mhm.
And you were 18.
I was 19 actually.
So at 18, like, so, and it
I was
probably wasn't
strictly-
Reg with her foot.
Well, I was
up
still in
her
high
ass.
school at 18.
Oh, okay. You're in something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was writing my own notes and stuff like that.
Oh, I was writing my own notes. I was like, I had a kid. You can't tell me nothing.
Nope.
Yeah, I was 18. I was working part time. I was in high school. When I graduated, Loran would have been 2 that year.
Mhm.
So there's no way. I was trying to survive, like
Yeah, of
trying to
course.
figure stuff out. I was not driven like that at all. Like I asked you, but you said you
Yeah.
were driven at that age.
Yeah, I was. I did have one question.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I'm the only child.
You're the only child?
Wow.
Mhm.
That is so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's because normally only children, they're really spoiled
And very selfish.
and very selfish, and I think
Entitled.
or maybe it's because you were an only child, you want to get out and like experience things. Maybe that's why.
Maybe that, but also the only people I've ever been around is adults. So as a kid,
that's like
with all
Josh.
these adults, like,
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't act my age.
Yeah.
So I feel like I
Josh,
definitely
my son
matured
feels that
sooner.
way.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely matured faster than a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And my mom, she never wanted stuff to be handed to me.
Yeah.
She always made me work for things. Yes, of course,
Yeah.
I was a bit spoiled because, I mean, I was the only grandchild for a long time. And even on my dad's side, I'm the only grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
But grandparents are supposed to spoil
Yeah.
you.
yeah, of course.
That's different.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, with my parents, like, it couldn't have gone to anybody else.
Did they have you
know?
young?
No, actually, my parents had me when they were 30.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah, 18, I was, even before I was 18, I was telling her before we started filming that at 13 years old, I literally started my own company. And
What was it?
my mom helped me.
Oh, okay.
And I called it Babies Inc. And
Aw.
I made these little flyers and I passed them out in my neighborhood.
Mhm.
And the next day I got a call from a studio producer at Paramount Studios.
Okay.
And he had me come over for an interview to meet his kids, to meet his wife. And he had 5 kids.
Mhm.
And that day I got hired. And I was working
Aw.
4 hours every day after
Uh-huh.
school. And then I would also work the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
So you're watching all 5 of the kids.
All 5 of them.
Do you think that's maybe why you don't want more than the one kid you have now?
That's the reason why I don't ever want girls.
Oh,
And I'm not
really?
joking.
Yeah, because of
He had
that.
5 girls.
Oh.
One boy. One boy. The boy was born while after I'd already been hired by them.
Oh.
But yeah,
I still can't get over 5 kids.
freaking
5 girls?
At
They
13?
were a freaking nightmare.
No, I met
Dang.
somebody this week.
God.
She works in my doctor's office. I'm trying to get her to come on. I'm 49. She was just a few years younger than me, and she looks totally cute and adorable. And so we're talking 13 kids from the same baby daddy. And I was like, girl.
Damn, they do not know what a TV is?
No.
God.
No, but
That's like
I'm
my
not
dad. Yeah, it was
joking.
that way.
After being a nanny for those girls, it made me never want to have girls.
That's why I said, is that why you didn't want
That's
kids?
why when I found out I was having a baby,
She's like,
I was like, please, for the love of God, tell me this is a boy because I am going to break down in tears if I am pregnant with a
As
girl
soon as
right
they
now.
said it's a boy, she's like, done.
Oh no, I started
Let me, I'm done.
crying.
No more. Like,
I started crying, calling everybody, it's a boy. I was so excited.
so you weren't scared though? Like, because when I went in there for mine I was 16, a little bit
Oh,
younger.
I was scared.
Like, I was like, anything they said, I was like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Like, I was so quiet the whole pregnancy because I was waiting to get my ass whooped.
after every appointment.
You know the Mexican thing, if you come home pregnant, I'm kicking your ass. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, what does that mean? And then I came home pregnant, so I was just waiting for the ass whooping.
Yeah.
So I didn't get
But did you ever get it?
No. Thank
No, I think what's worse than the ass whooping is just my dad looking at me and crying. That was probably the worst.
Oh, see, I will say then I'm blessed. I didn't get that.
I
They
would
were
have
very-
rather had my ass get whooped.
Really?
Oh
It's like
yeah.
the look of disappointment.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I feel like
see?
that
hurts
was
more than
heartbreaking.
anything. Yeah.
Exactly. That-
Mexicans are like, the more the merrier.
I'm like, fucking
no.
beat my ass, Dad.
No, but I never I will say from my mom to my grandparents, like I never felt like that child was unwanted. Like
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
was, I mean, I went through stuff with her dad, but we were young and stupid. That's her own thing. But my grandpa, when I called to tell him, he was like, Mija, it's what we do. The more the merrier. And I was like, oh, we cool? He's like, we're good. I was like, all right, bye. Grandpa told me we good. So that's one thing I was blessed with. Now, I did have to grow up very quick though.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
they weren't
Big
easy on it or easy about it, but they never once made me feel bad about it.
Yeah.
That's one
good.
thing I was blessed with.
Mhm.
So, back to you. Because we've been all over the place.
You're fine.
When I met you, I was just like, I didn't think she was.
So how'd you guys meet? I
She
don't
was
even
doing my
know.
nails.
Yeah, I was doing that.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
'Cause I wanted a certain thing, ooh.
But how
Sorry, Solomon.
but you just you found her on social media or you were
No,
walking by in the studio?
No, the studio that she rents in, there's other stuff that goes on in there that I do, and I'm friends with the girls and stuff like that. So they were like, "Oh, you got to come get your nails done by her. She's really good." And I was like, "You know what? Let me go on her page." So when I went on her page, I was like, "Ooh," I was like, "Let me check it out." So I made an appointment with her. So when I sat down with her, I thought she was.
First question: how old are you?
There she goes.
I'm just a very curious person.
Beyond.
I
beyond
Nosy
curious.
is
yeah,
the
it's
word.
It's not curious. Yeah, it's
You
nosy.
know,
I know my ass.
I
but
knows.
look
enjoy
how
the question.
young she was.
Yeah.
She's 18.
I was like, "How long you been doing nails?" So I asked her, and once she said 18, the whole thing. I was like, "Well, wait, what about this? And what about this?" And I was,
She went into Alina mode.
oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
I was just so amazed because we hear, and maybe it is just TikTok, all the memes and all the jokes we make fun of
Mhm.
everybody and all stuff. But you always hear how entitled this
Of course.
generation is, how
Mhm.
lazy they are. They don't want to do anything. They want everything handed to
Mhm.
them. So now I'm sitting there and an 18-year-old is doing my nails, telling me she's in nursing school, graduated high school early. And I'm like, where'd you come from? So I was just so enlightened by it. I was like, you got to come on and represent your whole generation.
Yeah.
No, because I do agree with you though. A lot of kids in my generation, they're very lazy. They don't
Mhm.
want to work. They don't want to get their license. And to me,
I told you, right?
like, it's like, why don't you want to drive? Why don't you want to be independent?
Mhm.
I know that cars can be issues.
I have my license or my permit
see,
at
the reason-
15 and a half.
Me too.
And on
Me
my
too.
16th birthday,
too.
Yeah.
I took
Same.
my driving test.
Yeah, I
Same.
got.
So I always know
exactly.
when it's time to
Yeah.
renew because
Yeah.
it's on my birthday.
And this is why the reason why I feel, in my opinion, that they don't want to get their license is one, they're content with just being with their parents,
Being driven
and
around.
driven around or whatever, or because of the fact that we have Uber and Lyft now.
Yeah.
All you have to do is freaking go on your phone and freaking order. Boom.
Yeah, and they
Point A to
just
point B.
got LA just got their first I think it's called, is it Waymo, or there's a self-driving
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Waymo. I can't, it starts with a W.
Oh hell no!
But it's a self-driving. No, it's actually pretty cool, but
Oh, I bet it is. But I
What
ain't
is it, a
trusting
self-driving car?
yeah,
Yeah.
it picks you up. It's just like Uber, but there's no
Oh,
driver.
no.
There's someone operating it, but not in the car
Mm-mm.
physically.
I don't know if I would do that.
And there's cameras like everywhere
Yeah.
on the outside of the car.
I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I think that when we were growing up, kind of more towards our, like, we didn't want our parents around.
But not your.
I know. I didn't realize how much younger.
You guys had the Flintstone car.
We, you know what? At least we handled our business. We wanted to be on our own. We wanted to be out of the house. We didn't want to be around our parents. We didn't want our parents dropping us and picking us up.
Right.
Yeah.
We wanted to do it ourselves. Like, and
That's
we
true.
made
Yeah.
every excuse to. Oh, you need me to go to the store? Mom, give me your.
But I
keys.
think
oh, you
that-
need this.
I think there's that in every generation. I really can't stand these labels. I hate labels for anything.
Mhm.
So it really annoys me when they're like, oh, millennials are this, oh, this, and it's such bullshit to me because who came up with it, first of all?
Mhm.
Who came up with it?
Well, we
Who came up-
but
can
even
you
if
tell
it wasn't,
me?
but even if it wasn't
Because I don't
labeled
know. Do you know?
Generation
I don't
X, Z, or
know.
millennials, they would still say the era of
No, but
1990 to whatever.
That's
like
how
it's
I look
still
at
gonna,
it.
it's still going to be something.
I just don't. I don't know who came up with it. I can't.
Well, you want my opinion?
I just don't know who came up with
Some
it.
white person.
Oh
I mean,
wow.
It's
I'm like,
Jesus.
we just went
You-
there.
I'm just gonna go some Mexican person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? Oh God.
why you asked? So I'm telling you.
At least she didn't
Anyways.
say some secret shadow government or something.
Well,
Yeah.
But think about it. Everything's labeled. Everybody puts you in a box from day one. We've all been in a box from day one. The second you start at kindergarten, what nationality are you? You're already put in a box. There's already labels, and it goes through your entire life. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my generation and what we're labeled because we some badasses.
But you can't say that about everybody.
I
You don't know
very-
everyone in your generation. I guarantee
No,
that.
I'm
just trying to get you to see my
Okay,
point.
so my people
Labels
in
are
my
stupid.
my people in my group were,
There are people
They're all
that are
badasses.
lazy and badass
but that's in every
in every
generation.
yeah.
But
so-
that's why she's here today to prove that when the world says that this Gen Z is this or that,
exactly.
we brought her here to be like, no. I asked you because I kept asking like, well, why are you so driven? Is it your mom? What stands behind? And she kept saying, she's like, it's just me. It's just who I am, and I
Mhm.
believe it. I believe
Yeah.
that's just who she is. And now maybe yes, her mom helped by
Yeah.
you seeing things as you were younger and all that.
No, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like my mom and my dad definitely pushed me like to be the best I can be. But I was telling you too at the studio, like in middle school with like school, I was doing really bad. I was hanging out with the wrong people. But I do feel like middle school is that time to kind of find like
Who you are.
who you are exactly.
You start to begin to find who you are.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was doing really bad, and I finally made it into high school. And my 9th grade year, I got straight A's for the first time since 6th grade.
She's like,
And
woohoo!
No,
That's
yeah.
my son.
yeah, exactly. And I found a good group of friends to hang out with. And then after I feel like I kind of proved myself to my parents again, they kind of just backed off a bit because they saw how hard I was becoming on myself. And they're like, okay, like she's got it now. And then I started my business and I was doing all these things, so they don't really feel like they need to worry about me as much. So but I do think they did help.
But you said something that really resonated with me. You
Mhm.
said that your parents never really treated you like a kid. They always kind of treated you like you were almost like their equal, like an adult. So you never really had that baby mentality from your parents. So that's what drove you to
Mhm.
be the way you are. You
Yeah.
were always felt like you were around adults.
No,
So
yeah, of
you
course.
acted older than you were. I think that's the same way with my son because I had him so
Mhm.
young.
Yeah.
He was always around adults. I
Mhm.
had no friends with kids his age ever.
Yeah.
So I think that's the same reason why my son is the way
Mhm.
he is.
Mhm.
He was around all my friends all the time. So
No, yeah.
I think that's why. I think that's really cool that you are the way you are
Mhm.
and at the age you are.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of people that are like that.
And it's true because I have a friend of mine, like I mentioned to you already, that
Mhm.
she was always around her mom and around older people.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So it kind of, I see it now more so like how driven she is. Like she's
Mhm.
Yeah.
very responsible. I mean, she's 21, but I mean, it's just
Yeah.
she started young and she's taking off with the same
With the nails.
thing. Yeah, the whole nail thing, and she's amazing.
Yeah.
And
I
very
really
young. She saves her money. She's very responsible, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like not many kids like her.
Yeah.
I
Like I
really
say kids because obviously the
I
family
really
does.
think
yeah.
if you baby someone, they're gonna act like a baby.
Oh, I
And if
I
you
totally agree
if
with
you
that.
treat them like an
Totally.
adult, they're gonna act like an adult.
Right.
And I full heartedly believe that because that everyone
Not
that
every
I've
kid though.
oh well, I mean not every kid, but I'm just saying like majority of the time, like if you treat someone like a baby, they're gonna be like, okay, coddle me forever.
Right, and then when it comes to them being an adult,
Yeah, they don't know what
I'm
to
gonna-
do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I've seen it firsthand.
Mhm.
I mean,
Big
I hate
time.
talking about this, but it's just my old situation.
Yeah.
yeah,
She coddled a lot,
yeah.
and then now that he's older, he's
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and she even said it to me, like, damn, I shouldn't have called him so much. You were hard on him,
Exactly.
but not to be mean, but to show him to be independent and to try to do things on your own. Don't
Yeah.
depend on me.
Do you think that boys naturally are a little bit? Do you think that women? I should say that. Let me say this, that women are naturally a little bit more driven than boys usually are.
Oh, I
No.
Because
I don't-
Loran
I
and
don't
I'm
know.
I'm just
'cause
gonna
it's
say like
different.
for us with like my sister and I, we were more the natural driven ones.
Mhm.
And my own two kids, my own two kids, between Loran and Seth, like I did coddle Seth. I still
Right.
coddle Seth, but he is mature as hell. He can has straight conversation with adults. Seth can like he's very, very mature.
Right.
But I've had to have my foot a little bit more up his ass.
Mhm.
Where with Loran, she's always from like, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I've
Right.
always wondered if women were just naturally a little bit more driven than
I mean,
men.
it's kind of hard. I mean, it just depends on the individual. Like in general, like with me, like at 18, like I said, I was playing video games. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And just not care. Oh, you need a good job. Yeah. Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Girls at 18, like they want. So
Right.
they're like, let's go do something. Okay, in order to do that, I gotta have money. To have money, I gotta
Yeah.
go this, Where guys are like, let's just hang out.
More,
like,
we're out more passive and just,
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
yeah.
But I do feel like a lot has to do with parents too,
Mhm.
because I've seen it firsthand. Just parents seem to go towards the male son more,
Like babying them more?
babying them.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
For sure.
So I feel like it kind of makes the daughter like realized like, oh, I'm not gonna get that handed to me, so maybe I should,
Yeah.
do it.
Well,
on
my
my
kids
own.
were 10 years apart, so I feel like in Seth's defense, like we were so focused on Loran and her sports and everything, and he like
Love her.
when she's like 14 and he's 4, he's just a baby still.
Of course, yeah.
So he saw like me push her go, her wanting to be like this and this and this. So he saw it and kind of wanted it, but there was moments if I laid off, he would have just came back and just relaxed. I literally, and the turning point for him was like 16 is when he realized like I got to get my shit together. Are you okay?
Yeah,
See, what
I
had
had a
happened
hole in
was,
my lip.
I saw that, but I was trying to like I was still trying to go on.
yeah, we were trying to stay focused here.
Between his alarm and your like I'm the good
Me
one
jiggling my
tonight.
boobs over here.
I was just trying to not pay attention to how you were getting around the microphone.
I just pushed it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just went.
What happened? I didn't even see what happened.
I spilled on my shirt.
Yeah.
Can't see it.
Yep. Right.
All down her
there.
lip.
Yeah.
All down my lip. It just, I had a hole in my lip.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
So-
tighten your microphone. It's on the stand.
Huh?
So that way it stops moving.
Tighten the microphone so it's
No.
She's
I'm not
moving
doing
it. That's
nothing.
why it's moving.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to end up breaking it.
So
That's
do you
your
think
job.
if you had a sibling, you would still be as driven?
How would you know?
I don't know because I've never wanted a sibling.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine being just
No,
an
No,
only
because
child.
I have so many memories of my parents like teasing me, like, "Oh my god, like we're gonna have another kid, like, do you want a sibling? Like, what? Do you want a brother or sister?"
Yeah.
And I would cry.
Really?
I would.
So then she would have been the jealous one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she would have been. She'd
Yes.
been the bully.
Do you eventually later, because you're so young,
Of course.
do you want just one or do you want two?
Or do you want kids?
No, she
She's
said
too
yeah.
young to be.
No, women know. Women know if they either do or they don't.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Oh,
Um,
my bad.
Thank
Yeah.
No,
you.
I
Foot-
really
insert
don't
foot in
know
mouth.
Yeah, see?
because, I mean, I don't mean to get into all this, but
Yeah.
like just the way I see the world right
Yeah.
now, I don't know if I'd want to bring up a kid in a
Yeah.
world like this.
I agree.
But see, that's another mature answer because some people are like,
I agree.
yes, no, but you're thinking about
But
that.
I think maybe one,
One?
and then
Yeah.
That poor child.
yeah, just one.
Hey, one and done.
Yeah, I
you're
don't
on
know.
the same wavelength as me.
I don't know,
one
but
and
I
done.
mean, if I
They're too
meet
expensive.
the right person, and I just know when that happens, I need to be good with myself. I want my own house. I just
Yeah.
want to be settled. I want to
Yeah.
be good.
That's
I
awesome.
want to travel.
That part. See,
See,
that's
I want to
awesome.
do everything
Yeah.
before I have this child because
Yeah.
I know kids just come in and then they
Yeah.
wreck everything. So I don't.
Sorry,
want
Josh.
to be wrecked.
You wrecked my life.
At least that's an honest
I like her.
answer.
I
Yeah.
like her.
She's like, you little
You know
shit,
what I
came."
love about having a baby young?
Hmm.
I absolutely love it because now I'm 35 and me and Brian
Yeah.
can travel
Mhm.
and leave Josh at home.
Yeah, and he's a good kid.
And he's such a good
When he
kid.
was there
I
yesterday,
don't have to worry about
this poor baby, he's frying the corn and she's like, do this and do this and do that and do this. And I'm like, and I'm the controlling one. Like I was sitting there watching. And he's so Seth will bark back, right? Seth holds his Josh is just so quiet.
Yeah, 'cause
You
I'm
don't even
rowdy.
know he's there.
I think
Yeah.
that's why he's so
Yeah.
quiet because
Yes,
I'm just
he is.
I'm
Yeah.
so rowdy.
No, but don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I always, if not to be a young mom.
Yeah.
But like maybe like 25.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be an old grandma.
No.
Yes, that was me. Like
I
I
had
said that
Seth
when I
at
want when my
26,
kid.
You don't.
And now I'm 49 and Seth's 23.
Yeah.
So-
So, it.
Yeah, I feel
I
ya.
just need
That's
to see where I'm
exactly-
at in life, but that's not gonna happen anytime.
Yeah.
But we
yeah.
can have conversations with somebody who's 30 and is not this mature.
No.
Who does
Right.
not have all this like goal set and you know
Of
what I
course,
mean? going on.
Exactly.
So the fact that you have like and life happens. You don't know what
Oh
can
yeah.
happen
Who knows?
but the fact that you at least have goals set is the biggest thing.
I have a plan that I hope I stick to follow, but if it doesn't,
Do you have
I always say everything happens for a reason.
Do you have friends that are on the same wavelength as you? Responsible and
I
doing
wanna say
well?
she's a loner.
No, because
Not in a
she
bad
said
way, but-
people don't get their license, which I was going to ask her that. That means none of your friends want their license or something, right?
Clients.
Oh,
Clients.
like
But do you have friends that are driven?
really, I only have like 2-3 friends that I consider like close friends. When I left San Pedro,
Uh-huh.
my whole friend group, I didn't associate with them anymore. They kind of stopped talking to me, which
Uh-huh.
I didn't blame them because I wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's high
But
school.
it kind of made me realize, like, okay, these
Who
are
are your
friends
real
that aren't
friends.
gonna stick
Yeah.
with me. But I've always been not antisocial, but I didn't need friends.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, sure, it'd be nice to have like a girlfriend to like, you know, go to the mall with, but I do have like 2 close friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't say they're super as driven as me, but you know, they're going to college, they're working, you know.
Yeah.
So
They're
I mean,
doing life as it's supposed to be.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So but I would love to surround myself with people like me, because I feel like when you surround yourself
Yes.
with people way lower than you,
You
you're gonna
just come-
stoop down.
Yep, exactly.
So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you said clients, there are clients that you come and get their nails done. Like, how old are they that they don't have their license?
Like 23, 24.
No fucking way.
I'm telling you,
You are
nobody's wanting to
lying.
hear me. I'm telling you,
He's all, no one wants.
it's because they're used to always being around their parents and having them drive them around everywhere. Or they'll
No
have one
fucking
selected.
way.
They'll have one
But
selected
okay.
friend. For her, we'll just use her
Yeah.
example. She's
Yeah.
that friend that everybody's gonna call. Hey, let's go here.
Like,
Let's go
I
there."
understand if
which
you live
sucks
in New
sometimes.
York,
Mm-hmm.
not having a license.
No, of course.
Or you live in San Francisco
Yeah.
and you don't have
Yeah.
a license. But here?
Well, I will say
You
this.
need a car here.
Loran's Aunt Kelly, the one that we showed up there, so she has a one daughter, and then she has twins. And the twins, there's a boy and a girl. So the oldest girl, I think Haley is, oh dear Lord, she's going to punch me. 18. She got her license right away. She loves to drive. She's everywhere. The twins, Kinsey, 16, got her license. Little Brett, they had to like force him to like get his license.
Well, that was like me. They,
And-
they pushed me too.
That's what I'm
My
saying.
sister
So I
did.
feel like naturally girls are more driven in that. But even the mom said, like Kelly said, like, you guys got to get your license. Like, there's 3 of you. Figure the like crap out. You guys got to start driving. So they
Yeah.
have it. But Seth has friends. Some of them don't have their license, and I'm like, oh dear Lord, how do you do that? Like,
No, yeah.
Like I said,
Crazy.
Uber, Lyft, and another friend.
But
Yeah.
but Loran
Another
played,
friend with a car.
Right.
Loran played sports and Seth played sports, and so I got to the point when Loran turned 16, like, you're getting your license
Oh, yeah.
because you need to help drive your brother.
Mhm.
You need to do things while I'm at work. You need to get yourself to practice some days. Like, so she did, and she was like gone. The same thing with Seth. I was like, I'm tired of taking you to practice. Like, you need to get a license and take yourself. Like, I'll meet you at your games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once we had to push him, and once he got it, he never looked back.
Mhm.
But I think that also comes from like a parent's point. You have to push your kid.
Yeah, of course.
Like, your kid doesn't have a license at 23. That's not
That's
okay.
insane.
How do they get to work? How do they get their nails done?
Mm-hmm.
Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that like,
it
That's
adds up.
expensive.
It is,
Exactly.
but I mean,
is it cheaper
But
than gas right
no,
now
yeah.
and a car payment put together though?
depends on how
insurance.
much you're using it.
Mm-hmm.
So these clients that come, obviously they have a job because they're paying to get their nails done.
Of course, yeah.
And they Uber or Lyft to work.
Probably. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
That. I mean,
Well, I mean,
It has to be
When it-
conversation.
no, yeah. When it comes to things like that, I try not to get too personal, you know. Because
Damn, I need to
See,
learn
I-
that.
No, I know,
lesson.
but I don't know. I just want to mind my business, you know, and just.
Oh.
Yeah.
see,
I don't know because I mean it might be a little touchy for them.
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I just don't understand. And
I
maybe
just want to
because I
keep
have
them as a
kid.
client.
Yeah.
Like,
I just want to keep getting paid. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't care how you got here. Just get here.
just get here and
Yeah.
I'll do your nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't understand it because having Loran at 16, wanting to get a license, wanting to be responsible, and I just always wanted to go. Like Loran was literally holding on to my back pocket, and we were
Mhm.
gone. Like never wanted to be home. Always wanted to be with my friends. Like I'd get off work and I'd
Mhm.
pick her up, and we'd be with our like my friend somewhere, which I realize now maybe was not the best thing. But you had your car. You had
that's
independence.
your
No,
freedom.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I do hate driving now because I've had to
Yeah.
drive so much.
Yeah.
Especially when I first got my license because well, my parents are divorced.
Mhm.
So I would go back and forth between houses, you know, and I would drive myself to school, drive myself to work, you know, cheer practice.
But that's life.
Yeah.
No, I know.
If you had
but,
a sibling,
but it was a lot, like
Yeah.
at first, you know,
Yeah.
because like from my perspective with my friends, like they would just drive to like go to parties.
Yeah.
You know, just drive every once in a while. But no, like I was driving literally like half of the day every day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everywhere.
You know, so now it's like, oh, I really need to drive somewhere. Like, can someone drive me? Like,
Someone pick me up.
She's like, I'm gonna call Lyft just tonight.
Yeah.
I just realized you're doing all this and you can't even go drink.
oh no, yeah. So many of my clients are like, oh, like, what are you gonna do for Halloween? Like, are you gonna go to the bars? Are you gonna? I'm like, I'm 18.
Okay.
I just realized that, like, you can't even go, like, when you said you're driving, I was like, well, at least you don't drink to drive. That's,
Yeah.
you know, and
She
I'm
literally
like,
doesn't drink and drive.
yeah, she literally doesn't drink. Like, wow, that is like, that's what I'm saying. At 18, I don't even remember being a third of this driven.
Right. No,
Then
absolutely.
that's why when I met her, I was so intrigued by her, and I probably should have minded my business.
No, I love like
She went into
I
Alina
love
mode.
this type of stuff, like
Yeah.
answering questions.
But I feel like the only way you learn things is by asking people. And I also feel like at some point I can tell when people are like, they don't want to share anymore, and then I'll stop. But
Yeah, of course.
I love people. I love different things.
No,
and
ask away.
I love different stories. That's why we started this.
Yeah.
And my opinion's always wrong from theirs.
Theirs?
As you
Yeah.
can tell. I don't care. This
Just
is me.
little.
This is me. I'm going to do me. Well, thank you guys so much.
Wait, I got one thing.
Go ahead.
If you could say anything to your generation right now, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to get up, get after it, get their life a little more together, and just
Nothing's going
figure
to be handed to you.
nothing's gonna be handed to you in the real world. And just start creating some goals for yourself. You know, figure out what you want to do and just try to make it happen. You know.
I love that. That
Yeah.
is like, I'm telling you, I wish I was that driven. I wonder where I would be if I was
What were
like,
you doing?
well,
I'm not gonna say.
my,
keep that one.
my boyfriend was in jail, not my baby daddy, just the boyfriend. I was working in high school. But yeah, we were second it for
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You had a boyfriend and a baby daddy at the same time?
No, I was never really with
I was
my
gonna say
baby
once
dad.
upon a time.
Did they know about each other?
Oh, they knew about each other. They didn't like each other. But no, I was not with baby daddy at all. I was with my thug boyfriend. So no.
Different podcast.
That's
a
not
different
even,
podcast.
yeah, that's a whole, like, I don't even want to, like, know. So
my
anyways,
God.
Steph's had a bomb one tonight.
Oh my
Like, oh my
God.
God.
Got
All
a hole
right.
in my leg.
Well, we are done. Thank you so much for joining
You're
us.
welcome. Thank you guys for
Thank
having
you
me.
guys. Please, Tony, want to do it?
No, you can go ahead and do it.
Why? Because you
Oh,
messed up
God.
last time?
Yeah, I did.
Please like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, my TikTok account, IG account, and that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.